Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back once again to your boy's channel. You already know who it is, back with another video. And I decided to do a short video since your boy is here at a Walmart and they still carrying physical copies of DVDs. I see a lot of people that still go out and get physical media. And I ain't gonna lie, just looking at their eyes, man, they all look dead inside because of the fact that Best Buy is no longer doing physical media, which means they have to go to somewhere else to get it. So I'm over here at Walmart, and I just happened to walk by the certain physical media section, and I see they got this really cool looking metal steel books. This one, of course, is for Moon Knight, and this one looks bad ass. I'm not gonna lie, I like this one. I like the way that the bandages kind of flap behind them. The cape kind of flaps behind them. This one looks really cool. I think it also comes with some collector's edition Ultra K, and then I just think that looks really cool. And then of course over here you got the Falcon and Winter Soldier. The only reason, like I said, I'll probably get this, even though I thought the show was okay, is just for the steelbook. I think it looks really cool. I still think they should have kept Falcon as Falcon and just gave him a just gave him an upgraded suit. And then, of course, these are not steelbooks, but you have the Aquaman 2 film collection. I like the first one. I didn't get a chance to see the second one. I heard that it wasn't that good. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, of course. They got it over here in 4K Ultra. So, of course, steelbooks are pretty pricey. I forgot to mention $44.96 for the Falcon and Winter Soldier, $44.96 for the Moon Knight. And then, of course, they got the regular version over here, Blu-ray over here, Angels, The Chosen, Mean Girls. Of course, they got the Hunger Games and a handful of other movies up here, Trolls and Bluey. And then, of course, as you roll around to the front over here, you got Kung Fu Panda, you got Godzilla, The New Empire. I can kind of understand why people probably don't want to come to Walmart for physical media, even though it's the only place you can get it, is because they don't really take care of these physical media sections the way that Best Buy did. As you can see here, there's almost a huge empty section right here. Some movies they have sitting in the same spot. Well, I mean, it's usually always like this because they have like regular Ultra 4K and then they have Blu-ray. So of course you got the Doom movies here, $29.96 for Ultra, Blu-ray is $24.96, and the regular is $19.96. It's crazy. $20 for a movie is insane. So I can kind of see why people probably want to stream. But there's nothing like actually being able to go get something from the store and hold it physically in your hand. And then of course you have this movie called Arthur, starring Mark Wahlberg, I never heard of, the Bob Marley movie, Imaginary, The Bricklayer, so Andor, Madam Web, and Lawman Bass. Of course, this is another steelbook right here. I know some people are a fan of the steelbook, some people are not, and I like the steelbook looks. Even if I probably never watched the show, I still like the steelbook looks. So I'm gonna have to set this down somewhere. Sorry, y'all. Let's roll around to the side and see what they got over here. So of course you got the special outside covers, nothing too crazy. Harry Potter, Tremors, John Wayne Friends, and Shrek with the 4-movie collection. Of course, you got the Batman way back in the day. And then, of course, they got the movie section over here where they've got the Futuramas, and you've got DBZ, GT. I was not a big fan of GT. You got Hercules. So a lot of different TV shows over here to check out. Like I said, sorry about that, minor disruption. I was not really a big fan of GT growing up. And of course, you got the Walking Dead, the complete collection. And then you got the Fear of the Walking Dead. Then you got the whole Saw collection here. Pretty cool movies. Of course, you got Family Matters down here. The whole entire thing of Flash right here. I was hooked to the Flash for maybe the first few seasons. And then after that, I started to fall off. And of course, one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Charmed. Now, I can't remember exactly which sister up in the top 2 corner and the one to the left who took over for Hugh. But this one right here, I'll seriously get physically just because this is one of my favorite TV shows. Mostly because I like the sisters. This one was one of my favorites. Oops. They'll figure it out. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for that. So taking a walk here, of course you got lower budget movies called Stop Motion, Sleeping Dogs. This one here I happened to pass by and see because I was really curious. Does anybody ever notice how Dennis Quaid always stars in these old school sports movies? There was a baseball movie he starred in recently, and there's another one he starred in where he actually played baseball. He was a coach of a little league team, and then I guess they dared him to go out and play as an actual player, so he ended up making the team. But he always stars in sports movies. But the one he started in recently, if I can remember the name of it, I'll post it. That one was one of my favorite ones of all time, and I don't even watch baseball. But I thought this was pretty cool. And then, of course, you got Superman and Lois from 1996. You got South Park. You got Digimon and Digi's Adventures. I don't know if this one is the one about Davis. Have they gotten older? So I think this one is. I haven't watched Digimon in such a long time, but I always hooked to the first 2 seasons, and then of course the one that had Davis and all those other characters in it. And then of course you got Wonka. I think this movie was pretty good. I didn't watch it, but I heard some good things about it. And of course you got the Justice League of Infinite Earths Part 1. I gotta watch this because I did watch the last movie that was Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I know that this iteration of the Justice League and everything they've had has not been hitting it off the same way that the same way that Apocalypse War has been hitting. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it. And of course you got some lower budget movies here. This movie, I don't understand why we got this movie in the first place. I feel like it was too many years too late. And then I don't know if Kenan and Kel was still working as workers instead of working as like running the whole entire thing. And I don't understand why they had Kel with all this goddamn makeup on. Like, this shit, look at this. It looks weird. That's just my opinion. It looks weird. So, this movie was too many years too late. I never watched it. I'll probably get around watching it eventually. Who knows? And then, of course, you got Face Off. I heard that one's a classic. You got The Marvels. I didn't really care for that movie. Doom Patrol, Bleach, and a handful of movies down here. So then as you walk over here to the other side, almost forgot. Anybody a fan of the Rebel Moon? We got the Jimmy stuff here. Collectible Stein packs of cups here. I guess you can see they're on sale. And then of course you got more Rebel Moon merch down here. I gotta be honest with y'all, I'm not really a big fan of the Rebel Moon movies. They just don't do anything for me. I kinda think they're kinda boring. Sorry. So then you got the Mission Impossibles here, Mario, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I still gotta see this. I haven't seen this. So let me know in the comment section if this movie was good. I went to see Barbie. I took the family to see it. Then of course you got $14.96 for the Blue Beetle movie. Now, this is a really cheap case, so I can kind of tell people will probably spend the money on getting the more expensive cases because this one feels really cheap. But I did not like this movie at all. And I know, well, at least I don't know, but I've seen people say we're supposed to be getting the animated series, and I don't understand why. That movie just was not good. You got Freedom, which is a big movie that was talked about. This movie here, I really enjoyed this movie. If I had a DVD player, I'll get this movie, but on like special 4K or something, or a steelbook, because this movie was really, really good. Of course, you got The Equalizer, Oppenheimer, which is a really big movie everybody talked about. Transformers: Rise of the Beast. This one here, quite honestly, I didn't see. I finally gotten falling out with the Transformers. I think they need to go ahead and lock the Transformers up for at least a good 10 years before they do another movie, maybe 15, because I just don't see this capturing the same magic that it captured back when you had Sandwood Wiki way back in the early 2000s. Of course, you got the Meg Trench 2. I did like this movie. I just didn't like the fact that they ended up killing off the mom or the daughter down here and the uncle. She didn't come back for it. And you got Top Gun Maverick. I never seen. You got The Nun. You got some scary movies. You got Saw. You got Expendables. The Fast franchise. This movie I did like for real. I thought this was such a good movie for me. I liked the way that the team was split up. I liked that everybody was trying to work to figure out, what was going on, how it is they're trying to get back to each other. This movie, I really, really enjoyed. I really want to see what they do with the next one. Unfortunately, I heard that they're probably going to be going back to basics, which makes no sense. If they were going to do that, they should have did it that way after Fast 5. I just thought that was stupid. And of course, you got Prey. That was a good movie. Never seen Thanksgiving. John Wick can never go wrong. And Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse, and a handful of other movies. So, of course, over here you got the Jurassic World Ultimate Collection. I really only like the first 2 movies and Jurassic Park. After that, everything else kind of is a hit and miss. They're not as good, especially with the Jurassic Worlds, which you got Pratt just holding his hands out every 5 minutes. Of course, you got the Meg, Transformers, almost all of the Fast and the Furious, actually all of them. The John Wick Collection, badass, $29.96. Of course, all of the Equalizer movies. I only seen the first one. Still got to catch up on that. Bourne. I could never go wrong with Bourne movies. The first 3 were good, but I think once you get to the 4th one with Jeremy Renner, I did not like the movie at all. I thought it was terrible. And then the 5th movie they had where, Bourne comes back with Matt Damon, I did not like the movie at all. I thought it was bad. They should have just left that series alone. Of course, if you're a big fan of Harry Potter, they got the entire series for $49.96 over here. Shrek. A bunch of kid movies. Twilight, if anybody still loves Twilight. You got the Lord of the Rings over here. Chucky. Die Hard. Ghostbusters. I still got to catch the current Ghostbusters. I really like I like all these movies. I think the first one being my favorite, then the second one, then it kind of goes in order. So I still got to catch the fourth one. I still got to catch that fourth one, but they got it at the store for $19.96. And of course, you got the horror movie collections down here. And then as we move over here, you got some of the bigger TV shows, collections going on. Scooby-Doo, House of the Dragon. I've heard a lot of things about Game of Thrones. A lot of people were into it when it first came out. I never got into it, so I don't know anything about it. Of course, you got Godzilla versus Kong. The movie was okay. It was alright. I didn't really care for it too much. And of course, you got Titans down here. You got the Justice League from the early 2000s. Can never go wrong with that. Of course, you got the Batman 8th anniversary. So they got some good stuff in here. They got some pretty good stuff. And then, of course, you got these Disney books where they're all gray. And then they got the characters on them, which makes absolutely no sense. They should have gave this way more color than what they did. It just looks plain. And, of course, you got WandaVision. I really enjoyed this TV show. And it's funny to me that this show here, everybody thought was going to be trash. But it actually turned out to be really, 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 really good. So I'm surprised by it. Then of course you got the other Disney shows. Some people I'm starting to hear didn't like the Wakanda Forever movie. I honestly think that they should just go ahead and recast T'Challa now. And that's basically about it. So y'all let me know in the comment section, what y'all think about the video. Any movies y'all like, any movies y'all don't like, anything y'all want to get that y'all still collect in physical media, post those comments down below, and I'll catch you on the next video. If anybody wants to donate to the channel, the link will be below. Catch you on the next video. Peace, I'm out.